Welcome back. I'm Roby Brock. We are joined by Rex Nelson, columnist with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. He's out of his car. He's in our studio. Good to have you with us.
Good to be here, Roby. Although I like being in the car.
I know you do. I know you do. If we can find a way to get a camera in a car with you, I'm not sure I want everything that's going on in that car ride, but I do. I would love to be able to communicate with you.
Come along sometime. You'll eat well. I promise you that.
I want to center a lot of our conversation around some sports and some things happening. Let's begin with, first of all, the Broyles Award, which has grown in stature over the years. Big announcement this past week that KATV, KAIT, KFSM, R3 TV content partners will be simulcasting that statewide this year. Do you think that the Broyles Award takes on new meaning this year because of the legacy of Frank Broyles and his passing?
Well, with the loss of Coach Broyles, yes. And again, the national stature of that award has grown. It is amazing, and I know you noticed this, of how much now on national television broadcast you will hear either X, he's a former Broyles Award winner, or why, he's been nominated for the Broyles Award, or Z, he would be a good one for the Broyles Award. Constant mentions. I mean, it has entered the landscape of college football nationally, and that's hats off to David Basil and all the people who have made that a true national award that gets a lot of recognition and is based right here in Arkansas.
Yeah, you see a lot of those award winners go on to head coaching jobs pretty quickly after, too.
You really do. And some of them later lose head coaching jobs, but that's the way that business works.
All right, so I thought about opening our segment up with playing the national anthem. You and I could just kneel and then carry on our conversation.
Yeah.
What do you make of this controversy right here? Is there an end in sight to this divisiveness? What's the solution?
I think so. I don't think that. I think it gives people on the extremes a chance to argue on social media, quite frankly. It doesn't bother me because it doesn't affect my life. I still watch pro football as time allows. I still enjoy the sport, so I haven't gotten in the middle of it, and I think eventually it fades away. Obviously, the president's comments in Alabama, which did nothing to help Luther Strange, came back and reignited this controversy. But just as it pretty much went away with Kaepernick a year ago, I think it pretty much goes away as we get later into the season.
We've had another sports controversy erupt over the past week too, and this involves, I believe, Adidas and just this whole culture of money feeding its way from the high school ranks into the college ranks and basically bribing players to come to certain schools with money. I sense this is the tip of the iceberg of this scandal, number one. How big do you think it could eventually play out? Is it going to touch every school, every state?
This is not one that's going away. I said, on the national anthem, I thought a lot of that would go away. This is not. Yeah, it is. It is tip of the iceberg. There's been big money involved in Division I basketball for years. A lot of that has been funneled. I think a lot of us knew this kind of in an intuitive way. Now we have people actually charged. We have the FBI involved, but it's funneled through equipment companies. It's funneled through summer AAU programs and programs of that type, different elite schools, different elite camps. Yeah, I think it's wide-ranging, and I think it could really change the face of college basketball over the next 2 to 3 years. And I think the investigation will probably go on that long, at least a 2 or 3 year deal. We'll be reading about this.
Obviously, you and I have no insider knowledge on this, but do you think it touches an Arkansas school at some point in time? Is that possibility out there?
I don't know of any. I mean, it's always a possibility, but to the best of my knowledge, and I follow the Arkansas basketball programs pretty closely, those programs all strike me as pretty clean actors right now.
All right, we'll keep up with that. All right.
Let's hope so.
Preview and review of some recent columns. Give me your top 3 picks of what you've either just published or got in the hopper.
Well, I've got a column. My Sunday column is I played off a column that an old friend of mine named Bob Mann, who's at LSU as a journalism professor now, does a Sunday column for the New Orleans Times-Picayune, and his headline on the column was basically, Louisiana is dying and there's no hope. And that column has now been shared, I noticed online, more than 7,000 times.
Wow.
I mean, extremely pessimistic about the future of the state of Louisiana. So it made me think about the future of Arkansas. I quote some from that. But the bottom line is, Roby, I'm pretty optimistic about the future of Arkansas. I'm pretty bullish on our state right now.
Yeah. All right. It's good stuff. You can catch Rex Nelson in the newspaper at the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. You can catch him online at arkansasonline.com. And if you're not following Rex on Facebook, you're getting your own newspaper if you'll follow him on Facebook. He grabs things from everywhere and puts it out there. It's great stuff. Good to see you as always.
Thanks, Roby. Good being with you.
All right. We're back with more right after this.